Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're continuing our journey here in Wexford town, and right behind me here is St. Patrick's old church and graveyard. So let's go and have a look around. Some very interesting stories here, scary ones as well. Right, so let's go inside, and before we go in I just want to read a little bit of information that's outside the gate here. So in this old graveyard, casualties on both sides of the 1798 rebellion lie in peace here. By the main gate, a mass grave contains members of the ruthless North Cork militia. One of those members was Sergeant Tom Honham, or Tom the Devil he was known as, was a feared torturer who invented the horrific pitch cap. And then nearby is the head of a 29-year-old local doctor and rebel leader, John Colclough, and he's buried here. Before his execution, John made just one request, which is that you will not take off my coat and waistcoat, as I have only an old borrowed shirt under them, and I wish to appear decently before the people. Wow, that is interesting. So as we can see here, the opening hours of these places are 11 AM to 3 PM, and then they're locked up after that time. But it's a beautiful old church ruin here in graveyard, and if I find out how old this church is here, I'll put it over the video. So somewhere in, they say, around the gate as you enter is John Colclough's head. So he was executed on Wexford Bridge for taking part in the 1798 rebellion by the British forces. The Crown forces executed him. He was beheaded and his head was put on a spike. His body was never recovered. So his head was brought here by his followers and buried somewhere in this old graveyard. So in here, somewhere in this graveyard, there was a grave with just a head buried in it. How creepy is that? So I do have my trusty torch with me today. So we'll have a read of some of these old graves here. Nice chest tomb there. And this here is, if I can brush this off, we can see a name. Or maybe not. It is hard to see on that. But we'll make our way around this part of it here. And that's what's left of the old church ruin just there. Really is a spooky kind of place to be in. Overgrown in parts. See some graves there, just stone markers. Hopefully we'll get inside that old church ruin as well, and it looks like we can. So we'll go in here first. Before we do, we'll read this. Here lies the body of John Holdbrook, who departed this life the 21st of May 1830, aged 52 years old. And the stonecutter's name is on it there. Ronan was his name, his surname. So this is inside the old church here. Look at that. The old bellcot, double bellcot up there at the top. A lot of overgrown graves in here. A chest tomb in the corner. So these people were buried inside the church. And I suppose people who were buried inside the old churches back then believed they were closer to God, and they were probably wealthier people at the time as well. So but we all know money doesn't get you to heaven or any closer to God. It's what you do on this earth decides that. So this tomb here was erected by Frederick Jones Hyland to the memory of his beloved parent, William Henry Hyland. And William died in 1837. And we can just see, just there it says, he died in 1837, aged 96 years. The last moments were marked by exclusive reliance upon the Redeemer's merits, it says on it. How interesting is that? So he was 96 years old back in the 1800s. Some nice old graves just in here. Look at this. The cross. And it's Elizabeth Kenny. Eugene Kavanagh, I think. And it says GTB. Now, if anybody knows what GTB means, please let me know in the comments below the video. Eugene was born in August 1784 and died in 1849, aged 65 years old. And this one here, I don't know if I can read it. Maybe pull off some of this ivy here. We can see the name on it there, Lizzie, the beloved child of Thomas. Born on the 14th of April 1846 and died on the 19th of March 1849, aged nearly 3 years. And I haven't seen that before in a grave, the word nearly 3 years old. So a beautiful grave. It's kind of fallen over, but little Lizzie is buried here. She was only 3 years old. Rest in peace, little Lizzie. Another chest tomb here, which has seen better days by the looks of it. We can see the sides have come off it there. But look at that for a scene just there. Those old graves. And the church ruin. So this one here says it's sacred to the memory of Marion Andrews, who departed this life August 1878, aged 7 years and 8 months, asleep in Jesus. George Edgar Andrews, who died in 1881, aged 17 years, and Miss Eliza Mills Daveron, who died in 1887, aged 78. Some more young people buried just there. Looks like they tried to touch this one up here. The inscription: to the memory of Anne Heppenstall, who departed this life the 31st of March 1853, aged 56, and also of her sister Mary Hines. And Mary died in 1855, aged 63 years old. So another old graveyard here, surrounded by all these modern apartments, and the town of Wexford, a beautiful mural on the side of that building down there. So very interesting stories here. The Cork militia are buried in a mass grave in here, and John Colclock's head is buried in a grave in this old graveyard. And imagine when you're being executed by the British, the Crown forces, that you would turn around and say, "Leave on my shirt," or sorry, my waistcoat and jacket, because he didn't want him to see his shirt. What a strange statement to make. Proud, I suppose, maybe in one way, but I don't think I'd be worried about my shirt, what it looks like, if I was being executed, to be honest. More graves just here on this side. A lot of chest tombs here in the old graveyard. So this is Miss Frances Hyde, who departed this life 1851, I think, aged 69 years old. Some more chest tombs there. This one here is, here lies the body of Daniel Dixon, Esquire, late captain of the Wexford militia, I think, who departed this life November the 20th, 1830, age 56. So there we go, we have a Daniel Dixon, an Esquire, who was a captain of the Wexford militia. Some more here that are covered in leaves. Might be hard to read these, we'll give it a go. Might actually use this leaf to clean off the top of this so we can read it, because I do find these ones interesting when you're trying to read them. So this one says, here lie the remains of Mary Ann thought something actually went past in the reflection of the grave there. It was strange. The remains of Mary Ann Pounder, or Poundin, we can see there, widow of the late Joshua John Poundin, Esquire, of Fairfield, County Wexford, who departed this life the 12th day of May 1832, age 73. So there you go, the wife of Joshua the Esquire. So that's what I was saying about reading these. It's always interesting to clean them off, some of them, and try and read them, because a lot of people say, you know, do you clean graves when you do these videos? And I actually don't, because I don't have the time. It's not part of what I do. There is channels out there that do clean graves. I just kind of come here and document what I can see, and a bit of history behind it as well. So if I had to clean all these graves, or try and do a job on cleaning these graves, I'd be here a very, very long time, and I just don't have the time, unfortunately. So this is another wrought iron, old grave here, very overgrown. as we can see. So they've made a pathway here that goes all the way around, and you come around and you see the old church ruin on the other side there. I don't know what this box is here in the corner. Strange looking box. There's another grave here, completely overgrown as well. Nature taking over. And I have a lot of people in the comments, and some of them tell me that, you know, they like to see the overgrown graveyards. They should be left the way they are, overgrown. Other people tell me they should be cleaned up and the overgrowth cut back. So I suppose everybody has a different opinion when it comes to stuff like that. My opinion on it, I suppose, would be it is nice to see some of the graves. Now, the reason I'd like to see them cleaned up is because you can actually read the inscriptions on the graves, because that's what it's all about, doing these videos, is remembering the dearly departed and the forgotten, that their names are read out loud again. Maybe their names haven't been read in 100, maybe 200 years, some of them. So it's nice to do that. So I'm just wondering which part of the old graveyard here is the mass grave, because I don't see anything there really let me know whereabouts it is. I really don't know. I thought they would have marked it with something. Now, if I was going to guess, because they did say as you come in it's inside the gate, so I would guess it's in there somewhere, in that corner maybe. Now there is a chest tomb here, and this is Nicholas Fitzgerald Esquire, and he's from County Sligo, and he died in 1842. So that wouldn't have anything got to do with the mass grave, I don't think. There's a John something here, very small headstone. 1857, aged 3 years old. Mary was only 3 years old in 1857, I think. And then you have the iron Celtic crosses, which I do like as well. They seem to last a bit longer. What a beautiful place. Very serene. Very quiet here. Nobody around visiting here today. Have the place to myself, which is nice at times when you're doing a video. And this is a memory of Jason maybe Dodd, who died in 1895, aged 24, at that Celtic cross. So we'll go back in this way here, guys, I suppose, and we can finish up the video. There's not much else to see here. In this area, the overgrown part as I go in, the old church ruin. So if you do like this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Finding old places like this, old ruins, church ruins, fascinating history. That's what it's all about. Just before I go, actually, I just want to give a big thank you as well to all my members and my viewers on the channel, and I appreciate everyone that watches the videos, all your support throughout the year. You've been here a long time on this channel, some of you, and I wouldn't be here without you. So just want to say a big thank you to everybody for watching me and supporting me on this channel. It means a lot, and just want to wish you all a very happy Christmas as well, and wish you the best of health and happiness for the new year.